Yes, sir. Wednesday night primetime, 8:05 p.m. or 8:11, fashionably late. Don't mind us. Sorry, folks, but we're here live at you, man. What is going on? Welcome to the 95 North Sports Machine. I am your host, Berto, joined by my guy, Chris Tip Moore. Missing in action and fashionably late, per usual, is our guy, Antoine Smitty Smith. He'll come through in a few minutes. Also missing in action this evening, our guy, Bro Talk. Salute to you. He's handling some business. We'll try to hold it down for you, man. But Chris, what is going on, man? We are now not no more in Kirktober. It's not Kirk time. It ain't nothing like that. It is the Michael Penix era, live and in effect in Atlanta, brother. Where were you when the news broke about Michael Penix being named the starter, man?
Well, man, okay. Let me switch that out real quick. But man, actually, I was on the way back, man. I was in the air on the plane. The news came through. I was like, come on, you're killing me right now. I'm stuck on the plane. I already know my guys fit to go out there and crush it. Smitty did a live. I know you had dropped some content too. Just man, shout out to all the content creators who was out there just doing their thing. Everybody was going live, dropping from Big Lowe's to Uncle Steve's to Twisted Torch, everybody, man. So just shout out to everybody who was able to drop something yesterday.
Thanks,
shout out to the ones that was talking about it today. The Michael Penix era, it is here. I was actually kind of surprised that they did it, man. I can't even lie to you. I guess it was more something to where they just had to show me better than they can tell me. And I'm glad that they still show me because it's time for Michael Penix to get in there and show what he can do, man. And we still have a season we possibly can salvage. Now, nothing is still guaranteed with this move, of course, but at least it gives you a shot.
Yeah. No, well in doubt, man. That's cool, man. Yes, you were coming back from Las Vegas, man. That experience must have been something special going over there. You know, Allegiant Stadium, beautiful stadium, man. I know the vibes and energy was good, man. Shout out to everybody that is in the chat this evening, man. Our brother Keith Simmons, Jamarius Gilman, Ricky Gaines, Dwayne Ruff, and David Shields. Our guy Travis Preston, Tariq Johnson, Nando Barrington, what's happening? Justin Swisher Sweets, what's happening, brother? Man, come on, man, don't start, bro. Back to dead cap and another rebuild. You cut that shit out right now. Oh, Carrie, what is going on? She's here delivering her Penix energy, man. MVM, Keith Simmons, Jamal D. Like everybody, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Headshot Dre, Jamal D. What's going on, man? Run up the likes, run up the fires, man. Just hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, man. This is the 95 North Sports Machine. Appreciate everybody tuning in. So, brother, last night, man, I get a call about 9:15 of ish from a producer on Bleacher Report. Like, hey, listen, man, big moves are happening. They're going Michael Penix. Can you go live? I said, for hell, God damn it. Yes, I can, as a matter of fact. And exactly what it is. And that live reaction is on Bleacher Report there, man. They had a poll question that has taken off, man. So hopefully, so we could get some more votes on that. That'll be great. But the time is now, right? And what we've heard a lot of is the Falcons really, just had enough with the Kirk Cousins antics, right? 9 turnovers the last 4 games or 3 games, one touchdown. It was enough, man. I think that really what the team saw was a guy that just declined right in front of their very eyes and in a rapid pace, man. So they had no choice but to go to the young rook, man. Yeah. They're getting a larger sample size now of what Penix has to offer. We don't have to wait until next year. But one thing that we have to kind of put folks on game, unless they already know, there will be growing pains for Michael Penix being in the starting lineup. I don't want folks thinking that because Penix is in, he's going to be our saving grace, man. So we have to, temper our expectations and really go through the progressions with Michael Penix. Let's see what he's learned in his time being on the bench. Let's see how much he has absorbed this playbook. Let's see how beneficial it was to have Kirk Cousins really start in front of him and what he's been able to pick up in the game in such a short amount of time, man. But right quick, man, what do you expect from Michael Penix in this game versus the New York Giants on Sunday, man?
To be honest with you, in all fairness to Mike, I'm not going into it with any real expectations. I know he's coming in, is against a bad team. He gets to hopefully display, his talents, but I'm looking at the guys around him, to be honestly. Those are the guys who I'm looking at, like the offensive coordinator, Zach Robinson. I'm looking at, how our offense, functions under Michael Penix with him being the lefty. His blind side is now Caleb McGarry instead of Jake Matthews. I'm more interested in the guys around him, Berto, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Michael Penix. I expect him to go out there. He has a cannon for an arm. I expect him to go out there and display on why a lot of people feel like he's the best quarterback in the draft that just hasn't played yet. So it's a lot of things that I expect from, that's going to happen. But I'm looking at the other guys that's around Michael.
Yeah.
More so than Michael Penix, actually.
Yeah, man, it's exciting times, right, man? We get we get such a talent like Michael Penix finally under center, man. Something that we were bracing for next year. One guy that I know is smiling from ear to ear is Zach Robinson, as you mentioned, man, because now hopefully we get to see his playbook come to fruition. Of course, it was limited under Kirk Cousins, but now with him,
we assume
his variations. Yeah, we definitely do assume, man. We know that variations to this offense can come to life. Is RPO going to be something in this offense now? We saw some RPO. The last quarterback to do so, really was Matt Ryan for us with Kyle Shanahan. He's not mobile, but Kyle Shanahan still took that risk and allowed him to, run that style of offense, unlimited basis. But with Penix, that's something that can come to life. And if anything, man, it could be at a perfect time to display different little tendencies this offense can do going forward with Michael Penix at the helm. We go against the New York Giants. New York Giants, man, an aggressive linebacking core spearheaded by Isaiah Simmons. There's going to be opportunity for young Michael Penix to shine on Sunday and get his throws and make his reads as possible. Joining us now is our guy Antoine Smitty. Smith, what is going on, man?
Hey, man,
late, but you're here, bro.
I was on the phone with Chair. Told he need to get his shit together.
No, that's what happened.
We ain't gonna talk about TF, man. TF is safe right now, man.
Yeah, right now. Yeah, right now. He's just about like that.
He's about like that, just like that D. Alford thing. He's safe just like that. But yeah, talking about the offense and what Michael Penix, is going to bring to the table, and we're gonna get the true Michael Penix in increments, in small increments. In the Giants game, we're gonna see a little something. Washington, and then to finish out with Carolina. Like I was telling the viewers, I was telling Chris, man, we got to temper our expectations, right? We're gonna see some growing pains, man. We can't just sit here and think, because he's in this offense, or immediately he's gonna take off. No, we're gonna see glimpses of the future coming up and what this offense is gonna look like in 2025 with him under center. Naked bootlegs, the RPOs, the play action, something that Zach Robinson moved away from with Kirk because of Kirk's limitations, obviously. Is that going to be something that, is going to come to life now with a guy that, can move in the pocket? Michael Penix he's not a scrambling quarterback by no means. No. He's a pocket passer. He's an elusive guy. He knows how to avoid the rush and the would-be sacks. He improvises with his legs very much. So here's another element. Extended plays is what we're probably going to be treated to within this offense. So that's going to be good for guys like Kyle Pitts, obviously, Darnell Mooney even more, Drake London even more, hell, even Ray McLeod, who's been tearing it up as wide receiver number 3. So there's excitement. There is definitely excitement. But Smitty, like I asked Chris at the beginning of the show, man, where were you when you found out the news broke about Michael Penix being named the starter, man?
You want my honest opinion?
Let's do it.
I wasn't doing that. I was eating though, but honestly, what I was doing, 2 minutes after I got off the show, literally 2 minutes, 120 seconds. TJ of the NFC South Roundtable text me. He said, "Man, they made a change at quarterback for Michael Penix," and I was struggling, man. I was saying, should I go live? Should I just make a quick reaction video? Should I go live? I mean, I was fighting it, and I was in the zone from the show. I said, "Man, the hell with it. I'm gonna go live."
There you go.
Yeah.
When I went live and I was in the zone. When I tell you I was in the zone, look, that show was everything. My best show to date. That's exactly what I did, man. And thank y'all, man, because That show got me 25 new subscribers, over 4,000 views, and right now it's at 8,000 views, almost double. So thank y'all for that. But when I saw that, I just knew something to pop. And what made me think it was them flexing the football schedule. That was the sign that there was about to be a change, because they wouldn't have flexed the Falcons if Kirk Cousins was still the quarterback. They're trying to sell fans. They're trying to sell. They're trying to get that sponsorship up. You got two young quarterbacks in Jaden Daniels and Michael Penix.
Yeah,
it's but I'm saying, didn't the game get flexed before they made the change though?
But I'm saying they know behind the scenes exactly what's going on. That's what I'm telling you. That was a sign that something was about to happen. Kevin, I appreciate you, man. You were there last night. Appreciate you.
No doubt, man. Yeah, no, it's definitely awesome, man. We appreciate you, Strapped Up 24, man. Appreciate your comments, brother. Appreciate everybody that's in here tonight, man. This is definitely, Falcons versus Giants preview, but we must talk about the hot topic at hand, which is the Michael Penix era starting in Atlanta, man. So
grab your do-rags right now before they sell out. They're selling out in black and red already. They may have a few whites out there.
Hey, man, beauty supply store around here, where Tip live in the same area. You know, they empty. I mean, they got white to work too. But yeah, black and red sold out. So
you about to get stuck on purple.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll definitely come back to the Michael Penix experiment that's going to be happening. But we do have an opponent on hand this Sunday at the Benz against the New York Giants, the struggling New York Giants, losers of 9 of their last 12 games or something like that, or whatever the case is. They're on the downward spiral as well. They have multiple quarterbacks. They've been in and out. Daniel Jones, as we all know, no longer there. He's with the Minnesota Vikings. Tim Boyle, I don't think he's going to be the starter. I think Drew Lock is going to be the starter now. Former flame out.
Tim Boyle is there though. Tim Boyle is there.
Yeah, but I think they went with Drew Lock starting on Sunday. So
talking about this coming
matchup. Yeah, I think
he got a walking boot in. He questionable.
Does he really?
Yeah,
I could have sworn I read that he was the starting quarterback on Sunday.
That's what I was about to say. He probably gonna be on the sideline singing Jesus again. So,
oh man! Regardless who the quarterback is for Sunday, what they're going up against is a revitalized Atlanta defense, man. Defense that has woken up ever since the bye, man. Owners of 12 sacks in the last 3 games, man, which has been unbelievable. We're getting contributions now from guys that we expected early on, but they're showing out now. And one name in particular, Smitty, I know that you like this kid coming out of college, D'Angelo Malone. 2 sacks on Monday night. Finally got his chance to show his worth on the field.
Berto, how
looked even better in person, y'all. I'm telling you.
Yeah. How long have I been saying that though?
It's been a while, man.
I said, man, look, with what's going on with our pass rush, you cannot be picky about who you put on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Practice does not always let you know how a player is going to play. Put them on the field, see what they can do, and guess what? It worked because he's the fastest linebacker we have on this team. He's like I told y'all, 30 sacks. I don't care what level you playing on. 30 sacks is 30 sacks. He had 34 sacks, I think, in college. We talk about guys like Will Anderson in Houston who had numbers like that. So, look, let D'Angelo Malone play, see what he has, and you probably can get him back for a cheap number and be a rotational piece. On top of Braylon Trice coming back next year. On top of Arnold Ebiketie possibly coming back. On top of adding another rookie and probably a veteran, Michael Parsons. Another veteran. So
there he goes.
Look, I'm telling you.
Hey, never say never, right?
That would
never say never.
Telling you.
And the way it's looking, fellas, Michael Parsons is good and gone in Dallas.
He came out on Bleacher Report on his own show and said that he's a cowboy for life, but I think that's just giving the folks what they want to hear. That's all that is, man.
That's bullshit.
He can say all he want to say. It all still at the end of the day, it's all about what Jerry wants to do. We already know.
So more on the Giants, right? Limited offense. I think they rank offensively last in every category. Brian Daboll really flaming out as the head coach there. who knows what his future holds in with Big Blue. But nonetheless, the offense, the main piece there is Malik Neighbors, a rookie phenom, close to 1,000 yards. We got a pair that are almost breaking 1,000 yards in our own right with Drake London and Darnell Mooney. And I think we go up against one of the worst corners in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken, on the Giants side. So I'm sure that young man is going to be baptized by some flaming water and going to get a dose of Drake and Darnell. But the interesting fact in that, or the interesting thing with that is, how are these wide receivers going to, adjust to the, the ball placement of Michael Penix? That's going to be, for me, that's going to be an in-game problem, right? Because how much has, Penix really had reps with these number ones, really? Probably not too much, right? So, it's a different spiral. It's different everything, man. So we'll see. We will definitely see, man.
That's another reason why I said I'm more interested in the guys around Michael and what they're going to be able to do. Mm-hmm. That's exactly why I say that, because, like you said, different spiral.
You know what can offset that, though? You know what can offset that?
What, the run game?
The play calling.
Oh, yeah, play calling as well.
Play calling. Yeah, play calling. If you simplify the playbook.
No mama's way. No say. Go ahead.
If you simplify the playbook as best you can, there's no reason Penix should, have a good game. Like you said, one of the worst corners in the league. Their linebackers are edge, they're pass rushers, they run stoppers, they're downhill guys. No one can cover. So I mean, what was the guy we were looking at the trade deadline? He's another guy you have to worry about as a pass rusher. But outside of that,
I think he's done for the year. No, Ojulari is done for the year.
That's right.
And Dexter Lawrence, I don't think they're going to have Dexter Lawrence either.
Yeah, he's on IR. Yeah, he's on IR too.
What I'm saying. Yeah. He's a big part of their pass rush. You got to worry about Brian Burns. If you can take care of Brian Burns, I think you do good.
And Thibodeau, Thibodeau is on the other end.
Yeah, Thibodeau as well.
So once you get those pass rushes out the way, you keep a clean pocket. I think he can make the throws. But I would love to see Kyle Pitts come alive this game. Yeah, and the reason why I say that,
you mean the guy that you mean the guy that just works here? That guy?
That guy.
Hey, the guy that Kirk Cousins had no connection with at all. Maybe Michael can get one with.
Hey, look, he the guy be standing on about the pencil sharpener. So
shit.
So yeah, if the wind up too.
Yeah, if they can get Kyle Pitts going, man, I think Bijan has a super big game. Because if they can control the middle of the field with Pitts and get those throws off, I think Bijan can run for a 175 this game. The Giants are just that bad. Now, they played good against the Saints last week, but here the Saints don't got nobody. Yeah, and the Falcons 2-3 times better than them. So, yeah.
They just got blown out by the Ravens, the Giants did last week.
Exactly. And what do the Ravens do best? Run the football.
They can run the ball. Now they got, they got Lamar Jackson. Then they have Derrick Henry. They have also little Justice Hill, who will get out there, who's a scat back, almost like a Darren Sproles-ish.
That dude is a weapon, man. If they start using Justice Hill more, that will open up that offense even. You know who reminds me of? Antoine Smith. Not me. Antoine Smith used to play for the Falcons.
I was about to say you.
Oh, Antoine Smith, yeah. That's Antoine with an A, by the way.
Nah. I love Antoine Smith. Boy, you stupid.
Oh, shit. Hey, but listen, this Michael Penix effect is going to have something. It's going to have something on the run game. What we could see now from teams is lighter boxes. Teams are not going to stack the boxes, respecting his mobility. So can we see the best of this running offense in these last 3 games? So. Bijan can further on his 1K performance already, already hitting 1K. Can he add more to that? Tyler Algier, another piece of, another element to the run game. Could we see some, beneficial lanes for him in this offense? It's going to be interesting to see, because the overall, impact that Penix is going to have, it's going to be felt without question, man. Chris, anything you want to add?
Hey, man, I think that the Giants are the perfect team to run at least about 200 yards on. They average, 4.9 per carry, man. That's 31st in the NFL. Just to your point earlier about them being damn near last in every category. So, this could be a big game for Bijan Robinson, man. He's already over 1,000 yards. Bijan averages 4.6 yards per carry. He just had 125 against Vegas. What is it? Right. So I'm like, what do the Giants have to make me feel like he can't go do that again? And that Tyler Algier can also, you know what I'm saying, get some burn in this game as well. I'm like, we can have another game where we go over 200 yards and don't even have to make it too tough for our, you know what I'm saying, our rookie quarterback who's getting out there in his first start. Let's make it easy for him, simplify it for him, make sure he knows his check downs. I believe we are going to try some deep passes just because against the worst cornerback in the league, right? We're like, why not try it out, right? So it's just like, you know, you're going to have Darnell Mooney, who may have to be able to go on different, on deeper routes now. You may have Drake London on something deeper. You know, Ray McLeod, who's a return man, but he also has that speed, period. May see him on something. But like Smitty said earlier, I would love to see if he's able to, I guess, generate a connection with Kyle Pitts. You know, just so we Falcon fans can see if it's really Kyle or was it the quarterback, you know, so like, what is it? Like,
It's
so
a scheming. It's a scheming too. You can't. You look. I mean, I understand Kyle is lazy at times, but honestly, let's be real. If the scheme is bad and he knows that, you know, what the hell I'm gonna run out for, I know I'm not gonna get the ball. I know I'm not gonna be part of the play. I just tap block and I move out the way. It's scheming, bro. So if he schemes better and puts Kyle Pitts in the position to win battles at his position, look, that gives Pitts confidence. He said, yeah, I'm in, he gets him into a flow. See, that's one thing about receivers. Tight end, wide receiver, same thing. They have to be into a flow of the game. If they're not into the flow, they're going to be like Randy Moss. They're going to run up to the line. Oh, man, fuck that shit, and go back to the huddle. So it's all about flow.
I'll say this in defense of Kyle. I mean, yeah, sure, we have all harked on him.
Hold on. It's let me see what time it is. It's 8:32 in Alberto defending Kyle Pitts. That's why it's raining down here right now.
It's raining up here right now. What you saying, bro? No, it's just realistically speaking, right? You know, yeah, sure. You know, what's on tape or what's in film sometimes shows lackadaisical effort, you know, lack of effort, lack thereof. In his defense, though, man, this man wins his goddamn one-on-ones.
Yes, he does.
The majority of the fucking time. The problem is that connection. It's a trust thing. I don't think Kirk trusted Pitts at all.
But you got to think too, Alberto. You remember what I said? You remember what I said? Some of those throws Kirk just couldn't make. And that's a big difference. If you can't make those throws and you try to force it, guess what? It's going to be overthrown. It's going to be too short. And when you got a busted shoulder, elbow, or whatever the hell it is, that's gonna be a problem. So it's not all Kyle Pitts' fault at the end of the day. Yeah, we give slack for being lazy, but at the same time, like I said, it's about rhythm and flow. No rhythm,
man.
Just like that play where he overthrew Pitts and it went right in the end zone to another player.
To Byron Murphy, right?
Yeah, I want to bring up something, you know, a little metric. We're gonna take a quick look back. We're gonna look, you know, have a quick look back here at Michael Penix. Can y'all see that?
Hold on.
No, it's not up. It's not up.
Gotcha.
Try it again. There we go.
Penix season.
Penix season is definitely
here. Let's do some analytics. Go ahead.
It is here. Let's look at his college, at his pros, right? Started in 2018 at Indiana.
Load that up just a little bit.
Sure.
You know I'm blind. I got on glasses.
All right.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
Cool. I just want to point out one thing, man.
My glasses off now.
I got to point out one thing, man. In his time from Indiana to Washington, the amount of sacks that this young man has taken, man, just 32, man. That's fantastic.
That lets you know he can move around in the pocket.
Yes, sir.
And look, think about it. And I told you this, Alberto, from Indiana all the way to Washington. He went from Michael Vick to Warren Moon. Just think about that. He used his legs early on, then he learned how to say, look, I need to save my career. I don't need to run and make my career short. I'm finna extend it. I'm finna learn how to throw the football. 9,000, almost 10,000 yards in 2 years at Washington. That is remarkable. Just think about that.
He became a process.
McNabb did the same exact thing when Andy Reid got a hold of his ass.
Right.
Mhm.
Because at Syracuse, he was an
I'm a
option quarterback.
better processor of the plays and defenses, man.
Mhm.
He can read them, and also, like, I mean, he's just a smart individual anyway, man. Like, he interviewed well in the combine. He works on his mistakes. He like, man, he's been through things. It's like just everything, just like has like everything like he's been through has made
Mhm.
him into for this moment. It set him up for this moment, and I'm ready to see what he got, man. I'm ready to see what he got. Got 3
Only has
games,
2
man.
Yeah, man. We're gonna see the very best, hopefully,
Got
man.
3
And like I
games.
mentioned earlier, man, one guy that's definitely smiling is Zach Robinson right now, man.
Right.
I hope
But
so.
you know,
My eyes
he
be
still
looking
got
at him, man.
to come through as well. He still got to
Be
come through
looking
as
at
well.
him, bro.
He can smile all he want. But
Mhm.
if he fails, the teeth gonna be knocked out at the end of the year. Trust me.
Damn.
Trust me on that. Tramel, man, appreciate you coming through last night. Yeah, he reminds me of Warren Moon with that arm, man. Warren Moon can make all the throws
Yeah,
on the field.
all the throws.
And you match that with, legs, and I'm not calling him Michael Vick, but he can move around. Trust me, if he needs to take off and run, he will. So, but it's a blessing to have a quarterback that knows how to run and throw. So extending plays is going to be key. You know how statues are.
Yeah.
Statues in one place, mobility in another.
Yeah,
So
and
go
he
ahead,
love
go
it,
ahead.
man, because he can move up in the pocket. Like, he'll be able to move up and move around. Kirk wasn't able to do that. And then I believe too, Michael, if he sees the pressure and everything and he needs to throw the ball away, I think he's gonna throw the ball away instead of like just throwing and trying to make a play and those turnovers have just been so killer for us in the last 4 or 5 games, man. And it's time for that to stop. It's time to see, some more competent quarterback play. Again, so we've
And
seen that Kirk is just not happening.
most of the turnovers were because of what I said. Those throws he just could not make, and he tried to force it.
And I told y'all in front of, I was like, man, this man is aging and becoming a fossil right in front of us. I wasn't trying to be funny. It was just like,
he couldn't even read the field, bro. He couldn't even read the field. Bijan Robinson in that Chargers game, I'm gonna tell y'all, Bijan was standing right in front of him when he threw that interception in the end zone. I understand you trying to make plays, but if you know your arm not strong enough to make that throw, do not do it. And what did I tell you, Chris, about some of those interceptions? Learn how to take a damn sack. Because if you learn how to take a sack, a lot of those games you wouldn't have lost, especially that Pittsburgh game.
He wasn't trying to take sacks all season. We've seen that, man, period. It was a lot of times he should have just either threw the ball away or took the sack. And instead, think about this too. It ended up turning into being a turnover.
The only reason why you would not want to take a sack is why? Because you're still hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Oh, of course. Man, we talked about that. It was like, man, look, behind the scenes, we talk about so much that we just, don't actually.
ATL, JT, we got to get there first. But yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. We would be sneaky dangerous. Because the thing about it is, like, again, there's no guarantees that we got Michael Penix and then all of a sudden we get to the playoffs. We still have to do our job. We have to win games. And honestly, we went out and the Bucks went out. That's not a good thing. So at the end of the day, it's good to see at least what the future holds, with Michael Penix.
Honestly, I think somebody on the show last night, they picked the Cowboys to win.
What, to beat the Bucks?
Yeah. Don't ask me why.
You never know, man.
I'm not mad at that at all. I'm hoping that they lose again.
But I do think those 2 division games, one of those could be an upset because we all know when division games, numbers go out the window.
They sure do, man.
Numbers, record. I mean, we know that. I mean, we've been a victim of it ourselves, man. We've been a victim of it ourselves.
It's here, fellas. I know y'all excited, man. I know I am. I know the fan base is waiting for it.
So. Let me ask you guys, man.
Right.
Let me ask you guys
something. Sold out overnight.
Sold out overnight.
Talking about Kirk, man, you think there was more to Kirk's? All right, we know the Achilles, but do you think he was playing with something else that was bothering him, or do you think he just rapidly declined? I think it was his shoulder too, man.
I think
I said it yesterday, man. I had
just got old right in front of our eyes.
No,
that could be too, man.
That's true, but think about it. I
have.
After that Tampa Bay game when he threw for 509 yards, he looked like a totally different quarterback. He played
That was
Denver.
the
He
end of
played.
his juice. That
Listen,
was the end of it.
he played
He
Denver.
threw it all out,
Listen,
bro.
he played Denver. He got his ass tore up. He got hit by 2 or 3 times on that shoulder. He played against Tampa. They fell on their shoulder about 2 or 3 times. So guess what? That started to affect his throwing motion. That knocked the juice out of his arm because look at that pick 6 he threw. A damn 5th grader could have threw the ball harder than that.
Man, that
ball,
thing
ball. Look, and the bad part,
flat.
it was a lame duck, but he got full throwing motion into it. That was the bad part. It's
and
like his
even
arm
with
just
the double
gave out.
pump, too.
I go back
then
to that
double
Saints game,
pump.
man. There was a play in in the second quarter. I think it was 7 minutes left. He took a sack versus Peyton Turner.
That's
and he
another. That's
landed on
another
that
one. I
shoulder.
would say.
That's the one to me.
Yeah.
That's what catapulted everything for me. After
Yeah.
watching everything, that right there said to me, I was like, all right, he's playing with something else. I go back to that play. Because after that play, for the remainder of that Saints game, he wasn't the same. He was not the same.
Saints game.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what?
We
The away game, Saints
Seattle
game.
game.
We talk about physical injuries. This is what hurt him the most.
Oh, of course,
Right.
yeah.
That's where
Guess
I'm at.
what?
He
Guess
didn't
what?
trust himself.
Guess what? That Achilles is still injured. Think about it. It's not 100%. It's about 80. I'll give him 80%.
Yeah.
So he's thinking, because you can see it. He's still not fully stepping into his throws. He still he can't move around. So guess what? He's taking sacks. He's been a statue. So
yeah.
He's
Joshua Raymond
himself since that game.
I think the team was. This is just an assumption, right? And assumptions always could be wrong. But I think the Falcons were hiding something more about Kirk. I don't think they wanted to fully let teams know what he was going through. I mean, we saw today what was it either today or yesterday? Aaron Rodgers' comments about Kirk Cousins, with this Achilles, both of them suffering the same one. He was like, I expected Kirk to play better in year 2, not this year, because he's so far removed away from that injury. But needless to say, I think it's something that we don't need to worry about anymore. I think that what we need to worry about now is how do we unload this contract? What can Terry Fontenot and company do to get rid of it? Is there going to be somebody out there that might call the Falcons and say, hey, listen, Kirk's on the bench. He's a veteran. What's it going to take to get him? There's some numbers that are being thrown out there. There's teams being thrown out there as well. I know that our opponent Sunday is one team.
Honestly, bro, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I'm going to keep it funky with y'all like I always do. I don't give a damn if they give us a 10-piece and fries with a Mountain Dew on the side. Just get off that contract. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be stuck with that $65 million. Now, 37, I can deal with that. That's right around what Matt Ryan was.
Yeah.
But 65, no.
I mean, just ask Denver. Just ask Denver. Denver's quite all right. And they moved from that Russell Wilson contract.
And that's what I'm about to say too, though, because for one, doesn't he have to waive his no trade clause?
Yeah.
So that's another thing. He has to do that. And so you have to trade him to somewhere he wants to go. Who wants to take him, though? I don't know. And then if you do have to cut him like that, that's going to be the worst thing that you can do. But even if you do trade him, you're going to end up in a Russell Wilson Denver Broncos situation to where, no, if you trade him, that's one thing. But if you cut him, then he can sign with any team like for the vet minimum like Russell did, and you're on the hook for the rest of the money.
Right.
So it's just like now you put yourself in somewhat of a bind, man. You have to see exactly what you're going to do
But I would just keep him. I would just honestly keep him for the rest of the year. And
you're already on the hook for the 65 plus the 27 mil anyway.
I would just look at Cleveland next year, right before the league year starts. Because
makes a lot of sense. Cleveland makes a lot of sense.
He played with Stefanski in Minnesota, so and I don't see Deshaun going back. And on top of that, James is not the answer. So Cleveland 1 year, because honestly, we looking at Arch Manning in 2026 and 2 other quarterbacks. So I was looking at Cleveland, man. Cleveland, they about to rebuild again.
Right. So here's some numbers from early on today per Adam Schefter. If the Falcons release Kirk Cousins with a post June 1st destination, they would have $40 million in dead money in 2025 and $25 million in 2026. So the math is, if the Falcons were to cut Kirk Cousins prior to the start of the 2025 league year, they would have $65 million in dead cap. If they trade him, the $27.5 million base salary guaranteed would transfer over to the acquiring team. So then the Falcons would just be on the hook for that. I mean, so I think the obvious choice for the Falcons is to find a dance partner.
That's why I said, I traded for a 6 or 7 round pick just as long as he gets off the roster. I wouldn't
just as long as he gets off the roster is right, man. Cool, boy.
You just gotta it just have to have two to tango. Like, who wants him? Like, Cleveland possibly could be that destination. Would they do it? I don't know, but you just got to get off of it some kind of way. As long as you're not on the hook and ladder for that 25 and 26 total, just that 65 in between those 2 years. You can't do that.
Yeah. I see a need. He says the Titans possibility. I look at our opponent Sunday, the Giants. They're going to be in prime position for a Cam Ward or something like that, a quarterback of that nature. Shador Sanders to the Raiders. Kirk could be a bridge to them. Kirk could be a bridge to a couple quarterbacks, man, especially if he comes back healthy next year in year 2 of his rehab from his Achilles injury.
Seahawks.
We just have to see, man.
A few teams he can go to.
Honestly.
No problem, AD.
I would think about San Francisco as well, because I'm really not sold on Brock Purdy. I'm gonna just keep it honest with y'all. I'm not sold on it, because without those weapons, without Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel hasn't been the same. Where's Brock Purdy been? You use Kirk Cousins as a bridge guy, and we don't even know if Kyle Shanahan gonna come back. So you use Kirk Cousins as a bridge guy until you get the quarterback that you want. 49ers would be on my list, because I feel like they slowly slide into a rebuild, because I don't think Christian McCaffrey is going to play much longer, because look, he went out with another injury, and I think that was season ending, and he missed the first 10 games with tendonitis in his Achilles, in both of them. Just think about that. So the 49ers. Yeah, the 49ers rebuilding, man. They're not gonna come out and see it. And I don't correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. I do not see Brock Purdy making $50 million. I really did see Trevor making $50 million.
I was thinking NFC West as well, because I was thinking about Seattle. They can move on from Geno Smith. Can probably try to go get a young guy and then maybe bridge it with Kirk Cousins. Maybe they could do that. But yes, the NFC West. Period. Like, I like that 49ers thing, honestly, a little bit better. I know they like Brock Purdy, but honestly, I don't know if they're going to go anywhere, any further with Brock, man. And like you said,
that's my point. That is exactly
I don't see him making 50 either. Honestly, I thought that they would have been on kind of trying to start moving on, but this is really like Brock's first, I guess you can say, bad year. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens with that. But I mean, teams still have to come trade.
What maybe his saving grace, Chris, is I think what maybe his saving grace is he's started a Super Bowl. That may be his saving grace. That may be the reason why he gets the $50 million. Because sometimes those.
But it's still a what have you done for me lately league though.
But honestly, it all depends on if Kyle Shanahan comes back. If Kyle Shanahan comes back, Brock Purdy gets his contract.
He coming back.
If Kyle Shanahan does not come back, we don't know. Because look, I think he's reached his ceiling. We had this problem with Dan Quinn. Think about it. We had this problem with Dan Quinn. Thought he was going to turn it around, get back to the Super Bowl. Guess what? Nothing happened. And the Chicago Bears have been rumored to try to trade for Kyle Shanahan to go with Caleb Williams.
But do they have the capital? I don't think they have the capital though.
Who?
The Bears. Do they have the capital though for it? Because what are the 49ers going to require for that? I mean, I'm just saying, you're taking my head coach that's taking me to the first round pick. More than
a first round pick, and they got it.
Just one?
Just one.
Nah. I would no way in the world I'd do that if I'm the 49ers. No way. That would be dumb. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're gonna pay for this coach. Are you serious? You're the Bears. You're gonna pay.
But what if they move on from him anyway? What if they move on? If they move on from him anyway?
Well,
Say,
I
hey,
mean,
we
if
might
they
as well
move
go
on
and get
from him
one too.
anyway, then that's free game. You know, it's free game. They move on from him anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Then they go get their quarterback. Because guess what? If they end up in the top, let's say they end up in the top 10, get that number 1 pick from Chicago. 49ers get their quarterback of the future.
Right. What it do, Sean? What it do?
What up,
What's
man?
up, man?
Let's get it. GA is in the house. What's going on, brother?
Yeah,
My
let's get a bit
brothers,
of
man,
busy
how y'all
man.
doing, man? How y'all doing tonight, man?
What's
Doing
good,
doing
man?
good,
Hey
fam.
man, what you like? You looking real? You like you got your colors on tonight, man? What you got going on?
Man, I'm just getting off work, brother. I was hearing what y'all had to say. I had to jump on, man, and give my thoughts, man. But hey, man, the floor is yours, man. It's y'all,
No,
No,
you
man.
no,
got
no. Hey,
good.
Oh
no,
man,
no.
No,
what
Let
you
me
got on
speak
your
too,
mind,
man.
man? What
Go
you
ahead.
talking about?
Say
What
what
you
you gotta
talking?
say, brother. You already know.
Um, y'all know I'm a realist, fellas.
100%.
We got nobody to blame but ourselves of how this organization has been run over this past. It seems like damn decades now. Going to Penix, I expressed this to you last night, Smitty. I think it's the right move. But at the same time, you cannot convince me that, when you you gave Kirk Cousins that contract, that you didn't have in your plans that you was gonna go out to Penix anyway. So I said I was one of the first ones to say, if you knew you was gonna get a quarterback at that position, why guarantee all that money to Kirk Cousins? For what reason?
I got one
We
better
are,
for you. I got one better for
go
you.
ahead. Okay.
Why go get him at all? Why go get him at all?
Why go get who? Penix or
Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. Because Tip, I'm gonna be real with you, because the narrative was always said, okay, we just a quarterback away from being in contention. That's what was said.
Right.
I feel
That's just
you.
the truth.
But we also knew after you made that move, what was it, family? It was either SB or MB. And right now, we swimming in MB. You know what MB is? A major bust. That's what that move has turned into now, because you can't go back to it now that you have put your future into the game now. There's no point in going backwards. So you should have just started from the begin with this anyway, because we right back in the situation anyway.
Yeah, but I don't think the Falcons, when they signed Penix for all that money, I don't think their number one thing was, okay, we're gonna sign Penix and he's gonna shit the bed, towards the end of the season.
What do you mean, Cousins?
Kirk Cousins. I don't think that was the plan. I think this all just came about, and the Falcons are just doing the best thing they possibly could to pivot, salvage the season, you may want to call it, get a glimpse into the future.
They're trying to stop the bleeding.
They're just trying exactly. They're trying to stop the bleeding, man, for sure.
Yeah.
I just would have took my lumps from the get-go with my quarterback from the future. Y'all know back in March, I was still saying all this from the beginning, man. Of course I'm a rock with whoever we get because it's logo over personal feelings. But y'all know I never was just heavy on Kurt Russell, none of these retread type guys. And it's just like, I understand the veteran moves, but I would have rather took my lumps early and been building for the future. You know what I'm saying? You basically saying Kurt was your Super Bowl move or it's going to be a bust. And at the end of the day, we're still whatever, regardless of the good intentions, there is no good action behind it, because we're still in a situation that we was going to end up in. We was hoping we was going to be in it maybe 2 or 3 seasons down, but we're here now in season 1 of it anyway, though, family. I understand the good intention. I've already swam through that. But the action just hasn't been there. The action just hasn't been there.
So you would have stuck with Desmond Ridder one more season?
No, I just would have went and got Michael Penix anyway and built around with the rest of the team with that money. Do you know what I could have did with 180 mil? Do you know what I could have did with 100 mil guaranteed? I could have went and got Darnell.
I don't think you think about those things. Given the scheme, given the makeup of this team with the playmaker set, this team was.
But family, we were never
just
one quarterback away, though. We were never one quarterback. Keep it real, fam.
Yeah,
we all
hey,
up here
listen.
knew coming into the season, regardless of the quarterback. We were not just a quarterback away from the Super Bowl.
Oh, but no. Hold on. We're not talking Super Bowl. We're not talking that. But
no, we
to
just
get
talking
to the
about
playoffs.
Yeah,
Fuck
playoffs.
yeah. We are a quarterback away from getting to that pinnacle. Absolutely, we were. It's just shit went left, and we didn't expect that to go left the way that it did.
We didn't expect it to go left so soon. We were hoping and praying that it wasn't, but we always knew, bro. Kurt was one injury away from us being in this same boat anyway. Let's keep that factual. Regardless of what the good intention is, what I'm saying. Let's get away from the good intention. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened, fam? Like,
I'll tell you what happened.
My last point before I land my plane, right? Okay. The plan was with Desmond Ritter. If he worked out, we would have built around.
What the fuck are you doing? What are you, aviation controller?
I'm saying, like, no, for real though. If Desmond Ritter, if things would have worked out with Desmond Ritter, we would have built around the team anyway. And guess what? We still in the situation that we have to do anyway, which is build around a young rookie contract. We could have did that anyway because we were doing that anyway, and now we have to still do it anyway, family.
And honestly, if we don't pay Kurt that money, we talk about all the pass rushes we missed out on.
We could have gave Daniil Hunter the money and still went and gave Jonathan Gennard more money too.
I think we gave him more money.
Guaranteed money left over.
We gave him more money than Houston did. He just wanted to go back to Houston. But if we still had that money on our books, I think a Michael Parsons trade is more likely than ever with that because you got the money extending right then and there.
Come on, family. It's just so many other things you could have did to improve this team. Then you could have went into the draft and looked for other players too, because you could have still got Penix at 8. You still could have got that. I was one of the people that said, I still would go get my guy at 8. So you still could have went and got Penix at 8, and you still could have made other moves in the draft to improve this team, y'all. Regardless of the good intention, what happened was still Falcon fans holding the bag and looking toward the future because the plan didn't work. You should have just took Penix from the begin and just rolled with it. And you never know. And you never know. Penix possibly could have done well. He would have had growing pains, yes, but that's better than being in the situation that we in now. But
Jaden Daniel showed Jaden Daniel doing his thing, so it's possible.
That's what I'm saying.
It's over with though. At the end of the day, I just wanted to bring up the fact of what it is, y'all. My bad. Didn't want to tell you, just dive in.
No, good, bro. I've been saying this from the very beginning, man. I've been saying this from the very beginning. We are a piss poor run organization. Let's just keep it all the way a buck, fellas. Let's not say shit that people want to hear. Let's just tell them what it is. We are a piss poor organization. Except you hit it right on the nose. We could have done better things than spend $180 million on a 36-year-old quarterback coming off of an Achilles. And to your point, Berto, nobody saw this coming. Kirk Cousins just nosedived the way he did at that 62. Nobody saw this. I'm like, what the fuck are we looking at, bro? Is he hurt? Is he not 100%? Nobody knows what it is. All we know is in the past 5 games, 1 touchdown, 9 picks.
Yeah.
There's no disputing that. But what I'm saying is if I'm paying $100 million, guaranteed dollars on top of that,
right?
This is what I get on my return on my investment.
Right.
Really?
Right. Mm-hmm. And then too, Kurt still, was the reason we were 6-3. We were still swag serving, we were still taking over traps, all that good stuff like that. That we still had all those catchphrases and everything going on. So I can't say that we wasn't up in the division 3 games,
They can't even take over a damn convenience store right now.
Uh-oh.
Man, what the
I mean, we
Yeah,
still
man,
have it.
that
I'm not,
meme
I'm not
lasted
saying
only a
we
little
didn't have
bit,
any
man.
success with it. You know, I didn't say we didn't have any success with it. I'm just saying like what I just would have did from the beginning. That's all.
Well, since it's gonna
Well,
be an easy
all I
game,
know is this. All I know is this. If we do not make the playoffs, we don't know. We do not because the only way you're gonna make the playoffs is winning the division. Let's just, I think we all know this. If
no, not exactly, because Washington, if we beat Washington and Washington lose another game, we get that 7th spot. So I mean, we still in it.
let's keep it all the way real. Let's keep it all the way a buck.
Who's watching the last 2 games other than us? Who's watching the last 3 games? I know they got us.
Washington last 3 games. I know it's got
I
a lot
think
of
they got one more with Dallas, and I think they got one more with
the Eagles, I think, right?
the Eagles, I think.
Okay, so that depends if the Eagles play their full squad because they already in the playoffs. So it depends.
Right. Yeah, they don't clinch. They definitely clinch. But hey, man, I want to know you guys, man. I want to know you guys key matchups for this Giants game, though, man. I know we still got that X factors. You know, I'm saying definitely score predictions, man.
That's easy, man. I'm gonna go with Kyle Pitts. I think him up against those linebackers in that secondary. He should eat this game. And as I said, if he does that, I think Bijan runs for 175.
For me, it's gonna be short and sweet. Caleb McGarry is
Center
the
block
ultimate.
legs.
He's the X factor.
on,
Now that
Smitty.
becomes Michael Penix's blind side. How does Atlanta protect his blind side? Do they
Charlie
activate Storm Norton, swing tackle that we seldom use this year? Do we activate him from max protection? Do we run a certain personnel? Do we run more 21 personnel and just run down their throat? It's a possibility. That obviously running the game a little bit more is going to set up those short passes, the intermediate passes, the play action. Keep the game simple for the rook. But for me, it starts on the offensive line. Caleb McGarry is the biggest one. So X factor for that is Caleb McGarry.
Back-to-back seasons, both our quarterback had triple doubles.
Ain't that something? But anyway, though, real quick, my X factor is Zach Robinson. Zach Robinson, you have to put our future, which is now, so you might as well say our present, our quarterback, in the best situation that you can, man. Simplify it for him. Make sure he has his check downs. Make sure you have the routes and everything for him. Again, you can let him, throw the ball deep, because I believe we're going to do that and try to make sure, that that's there. Right. Just Zach Robinson, your play calling. I feel like everybody should be looking at Zach Robinson this game very closely, because we can see if it's going to be Kurt. Was it the scheme? We're going to see.
Yeah, so I mean, we focus.
I definitely agree with Tip. My bad.
I was just saying, we all focus on offense, so evidently we need to see the offense put up more than 15 damn points. But go ahead, Sean.
Right.
But
we do.
I agree with Tip 100%. I believe it's Zach Robinson, because my mindset is we all heard what Raheem said after 12 steps of the preseason. Oh, we didn't see enough. So at this point, with 3 games remaining on the schedule, playoff lies is on the rise right now. You might as well open up the playbook. I get simplifying things because he is a rookie, but if you believe he is what you say he is, let's see. And this is the perfect opponent. This is the perfect opponent to see. Okay, all right, what can you do now, Rook? Step up to the plate. Put your money where your mouth is, Raheem. Because, like I said, I go back to it. This is what we didn't make this shit up, fellas. This is what Raheem said. After 12 steps of the preseason, we seen enough. What does that mean? Oh, he's that dude.
Right. Yeah, they got confidence.
That's what that supposed to mean. He is that dude. So yeah, let's see it. Yeah, because it's like almost like if you don't open up the playbook now, then it's just like, okay, then why did you not, play him more if he's not ready, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah. Also, Atlanta, man, we've only scored 72 points in the last 5 games, and we haven't been able to score over 20 points. And it would be nice to score over 20 points, man. I figured we would at least get to 20 against freaking Las Vegas. We couldn't even do that. So it's gonna be real interesting as well, just to see how many points we're able to put up as well, man. Swear.
If Michael Penix says the way Raheem says he is, this game should not be close, fellas. This game should not be close.
Like Terrell Thomas said in the chat, Younghoe Koo is hurt, and you got a young kicker in this game, so you got to get the ball in the end zone.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm not surprised about Koo IR. I'm not surprised about that.
X factors, who y'all got?
I gave my offensive one, my defensive one. I think I'd like to see a little bit more out of Rook, man. I think Rook in limited action last week, this past Monday, was effective. Nice to see him back in the lineup after being out short-term IR. So getting Rook into the fold, into the mix, into this Falcons newly found defense, I'm very interested to see. He had some bright spots, some bright plays against the Raiders. Can he continue that on an offensive line that has allowed 35 or 39 sacks? If I'm not mistaken, the Giants O-line.
39, I think.
39. Right. So let's see what Rook can do in this game. So he's my X factor on defense, man.
I would like to see D'Angelo Malone get more snaps on the defensive side of the ball. I would definitely love to see that. He definitely has tremendous upside. But he had a very great game Monday night. So I would like to see him get more snaps because to me, fellas, I'm gonna keep it all the way to buck. Judon ain't cutting the mustard. Sorry, he's not. No.
It'd be nice to see if he can get off against this Giants, offensive line too. But
well, you gonna be on your a long time there, A1.
He's another one. He's another one. I think he's still hurt as well because he hadn't looked nothing.
He didn't look like he's been in shape all year to me.
Yeah, he came back out the cornbread, but hey, it is what it is. Let me see. I like D'Angelo Malone. That was gonna be my pick because I vouched for him for the last year and a half, and to finally see him hit the field and do his thing, that would be one of mine. But I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna go Caden Ellis. He had a great game the other day. I want to see him keep it going. Get another sack. Control this defense because the linebacker position has been very poor this year. So if you can get another great game out of Caden Ellis, I think that bodes well for the defense.
I'm going AJ Terrell.
Who he gonna cover? Malik Neighbors, my bad.
Just shut Malik Neighbors down. Make these guys, not have to force the ball at other locations, force them to try to run the ball. Just completely just shut down the offense, really, because they really don't even run the ball well like that. I know they got Singletary. He can do a little something. But Malik Neighbors is definitely their number one. AJ Terrell the last 2 weeks has been doing well against teams number one, I believe. Especially like that game against Justin Jefferson. Bring out that AJ Terrell right there for a guy like Malik Neighbors, a guy who has like 901 yards and probably looking to get over 1,000 yards against the Falcons. Not this week, player. You try to do that in the last 2 weeks. So I'm going AJ Terrell. Go ahead and continue that shutdown play. And let's go ahead and shut down the Giants offense.
I got to tell you though, man. I got to tell you, man, it's gonna be tough on Malik. He doing his thing no matter how bad the damn quarterback is.
And I understand that. That's cool. That's fine. I still need what I need because AJ been paid too. So
here's a question here, man. Should we play more man coverage against the Giants?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shut them down.
Absolutely.
Shut them down.
Let me tell you.
And we at home.
That Minnesota game, we played man coverage the first half. We were in that game all the way up to probably 5 minutes into the third quarter. They just fell apart because they dropped back in zone. They started picking us apart, and Sam Darnold started taking those shots downfield. So you got to play man-to-man coverage because I think that way fits this defense the best. So you got to.
Absolutely.
Get that pass rush a chance.
Yeah, Wan'Dale Robinson.
I would like to add on, big bro. That Minnesota game, you absolutely right. We were right in that game, but I was like to disagree with you on that because what changed the whole momentum of that Minnesota game was that Ray McLeod fumble, on that ensuing kickoff. That turned the whole game around right there. So that's just my take on it. I get it, but hey.
Yeah, I mean, we were right there in it. What they had just scored, we was getting the ball back, and then Ray.
I mean, it was
fumbled.
21. It was 21-21. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, that's right. And then he
you know,
fumbled.
when that fumble happened, the whole momentum changed. The whole momentum changed. So, you know, I just wanted to point that out.
Right.
So,
good point.
yeah.
Good point.
Definitely happened.
Predictions.
Score predictions.
Look at these
Score predictions. What you got? What you got? What chat? What you got on the score prediction? What you got on the score prediction?
You're a damn DJ now. What the hell going on?
Yeah, man. Hey, man. MC mean move the crowd.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
you know,
I'll go
so you can
24-13 Falcons.
You gonna get them 13 points? Wow.
I'll give the Giants 13 points. They can't score.
Exactly.
So I'll say that, man.
I go 24-9. I go 24-9. Yeah, I don't see them scoring no touchdown. Even though they have Malik Neighbors, and I think he's a beast, I still don't see them get no touchdown because of the quarterback play. Yeah, they scored 11 against the Saints, and one of them was a flimsy score. So yeah, I'm going 24-9. I think Penix throws 2 touchdowns and B. John runs for 1. So yeah, I go 24-9.
I am going to go. Dang, that 24 is a good one, Smitty. I'm gonna go 21. I'm gonna go 21-10. 21-10 Falcons. Michael Penix throws for 2 touchdowns. Not sure. No. Michael Penix throws for all 3 touchdowns, but the run game is a big reason why we get down into the red zone, and also field position. I believe that our special teams is going to be able to control the field position, help get us in better field position, help get the defense in better position, like so they can pin their ears back, similar to how the Raiders, so we was able to get a safety against them. I believe, that continues, and I'm going to go 21-10 Falcons. Nice, smooth win. Finally, something that the Falcons need, something that the Falcons fans need.
Shit.
I'm looking at the score. I'm looking at the scores of what the chat is saying. I'm gonna go 23-16 us, and the reason why I say that, I'm just going back to history and knowing this organization. We seem to play down to competition. That's just who we are. That's who we've always been. Just like I told you, Smitty, I got a bad feeling about that Raiders game. I got a bad feeling about this game. You see what I'm saying? I think we pull it out, but I think it's gonna be nip and tuck, and I think we're gonna pay down to the competition. But in the end all be all, I think we're gonna come out with a dub. So I'm going 23-16 us. It's gonna be a dog fight. That's just what my gut is telling me.
Like it.
Dr. Gunner said 200 yards by Penix, 2 touchdowns, interception. I take that.
Yeah, that's not a bad game. That's still not a bad game.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Man.
But I'm not sure if y'all got anybody else coming on, man. I just wanted to express my thoughts, man. I appreciate y'all having me, man.
We about to roll, man. We about to roll.
Yeah, man.
Been another great show, man. I'm sorry I came in late, but I was doing another interview on SRT Radio. So, I got to, put the content out.
Shout out to HO and them over there, man.
Yes, sir.
But who's the Giants quarterback? I think it's going to be Drew Lock this week. I think Berto said. So,
man, no, it's going to be Tim Boyle. And I don't know what in the world he going to have to bring.
Let me look it up right quick.
Go to our lad. It'll tell you exactly who it is.
They wish it was Phil Simms in his prime, but
Drew Lock expected to start against the Falcons.
Oh yeah, okay. Hey, I know they had him questionable, so I don't care as long as we win.
Need to be questionable because look, dude can't hit the side of a barn with a bar. So I'm just
as long as we standing on the side of that barn to pick it off.
You know what? I got a question. I'm gonna go there. I'm asking Berto, Smitty, A1. I'm asking y'all all 3. Do we win the division and make the playoffs? Yes or no?
No.
Hold on, turn it right. He on IR. He out for the year. So
yeah, he's out. Yeah, he's on.
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence. Yeah.
I don't think we win the division. No, not at this point.
Okay. Because that's why I was at with it. But I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask.
For some strange reason, I got a
But
feeling
that's how I feel.
we overtake Washington for that final playoff spot. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah,
But I don't. And honestly, with Tampa Bay, I don't even. I see them getting a first round win because they done hit that stride.
They're getting hot at the right time.
Yeah, so I can see them making a run. So they're
Yeah,
gonna be tough no matter who they play. But go ahead, Chris. My bad.
No, I was just about to say I think we get a playoff spot, but I don't think we win the division. Unfortunately,
Hey, you say that, and y'all say that playoff spot because y'all see us going into Washington and beating the Commanders. Y'all see that?
I could see it. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think the bright
I know.
lights are not going to be too big for Michael Penix because he's been in the bright lights before.
And we can run the football and control the clock. That's why I would say we can win.
And my thing is, I know he's been playing all year, but Jaden Daniels still can make mistakes too.
Facts.
Sure can.
Especially with that Kingsbury offense. Respect.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
quick question here, Antonio Holloway, man. Quick question for everybody. Do y'all think Hunter can play both sides in the NFL? Good question, man.
Depends on what team he goes to. If he goes to a team with a quarterback that can get him the football on offense, he absolutely can do it. And I'm gonna tell you right off the top of my head, team like Arizona would be a perfect
team like
spot.
Atlanta. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna be in that position to get a Travis on, so we can go catch some critters on that one. So.
Team like Arizona would be perfect for him. Why? Because they have Marvin Harrison, and he would take pressure off him on offense, and they need a cornerback on defense. So Arizona would be a good spot, but they right around where we at 7-7. So they're gonna be like in the middle of the pack. They will have to move up the board, but that's just my thought. Arizona would be a perfect spot. But yeah, he probably end up with the Patriots, Nathan. I agree with that.
I think he's a better wide receiver than he is corner. Even though he's consensus corner number one, I still think I still enjoy watching his tape as a wide receiver. And in the pros, it's hard to do that, man. We seen limited. We seen Champ Bailey do it. A couple
Dion
other players do it. Yeah, Dion did it. But you got to find the right team with a good offensive coordinator that can build those sort of packages for a talent like him.
Yeah,
so
man, that's why
he goes to New England. That's out the window. You're either going to play this or that. That's it.
Go ahead.
No. That's it.
That's why I see it Arizona, because I'm looking at Jonathan Gannon, the offensive coordinator / head coach. I think he will get the most out of Travis Hunter. You have to go to a guy who is creative, who can draw up crazy plays on offense. How many people do you know in the NFL that can do that? So another place that I would love to see him in, probably Buffalo. I know it's no hill in hell he going there. I would love to see him in Buffalo.
I would love to see him in Atlanta because Atlanta could really take advantage of his talents on both sides of the ball if they really wanted to. Cornerback, is a question for the Atlanta Falcons, and they definitely need another cornerback if they want to go that route. Wide receiver, hey, Ray McLeod is on a 1-year deal. You got Darnell, you got Drake London, and you possibly still may have Kyle Pitts. Boy, if you add Travis Hunter to that, I'm just talking out of my head though, y'all.
I think Rondale Moore comes back next year though. So.
Well, I mean, he was on a
reason to bring him back.
He was on
a reason to bring him.
Rondale Moore was on a 1 year anyway. He was on the final year of his contract.
So we going through free agency or the draft? Because we got to get some more receivers.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Ray was on a 1 year.
I think they'll
Rondale was on the final year.
I think they'll want to see what Casey Washington has to offer. And possibly bring a vet. Even re-sign Ray. Who knows? Ray's been doing fantastic, man.
Yeah, we can do cheaper options.
Dr. Gunjan, I'm gonna say what I said before. I'm going offensive tackle in the first round. You got to find somebody to block Michael Penix blind side.
At this point, you're gonna have
Caleb McGarry probably only be here probably 1 more year. So you get that guy in here, to learn behind him if he stays a year. But I got to go offensive line, and I've been saying that for a while.
I mean, you're gonna have to. This thing, it's a new day, and you make $14 million if you cut Caleb McGarry because he ain't got no guarantee money.
Well, next year he ain't got no guaranteed money, so yeah, they'll save money if they move on.
14 mil, guys. Just saying.
And you can
but I do want to say this, man. I'm gonna give myself settled, man. I had a long day, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. I'm gonna skirt off, man. And get ready for the next day, man. Put in this work, man. But I appreciate y'all having me, man. Love y'all boys, man. Y'all know how I feel about y'all.
No doubt, my brother.
Appreciate you, man.
Stay safe.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But another great show, fellas.
Yeah,
it, man.
man. Just
Appreciate
throwing out
everybody
some
that tuned in,
ideas,
man.
man. Loved it. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
100%,
go
man.
ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna
Berto,
say, go ahead, brother.
please tell them about what's going on new, man, because you got some
Yeah.
great news.
Yeah, I'll say
Yes,
that.
sir.
I'll say that for the end, man.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
all right.
I don't want to take the shine from Chris, man. Like,
Where we
Chris,
at? What you talking
go
about?
ahead.
We at then. Go ahead,
bro.
man.
No,
No,
man.
we
Go ahead,
there.
bro. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing too big, bro. I just appreciate all the support through the journey. Okay, I'll spill the beans now.
Goodness.
So yeah, was recently courted by Bleacher Report, as we all know. As like most of you don't know, I do work for Bleacher Report. Have been their content creator for the Falcons specifically for the better part of a year and a half now. So starting now in January, I will have my own show on Bleacher Report regarding the Atlanta Falcons every
That's what I'm
Wednesday
talking
at 6:00. So it's gonna be dope, man. I pray that everybody can come through and share your thoughts and all that with me. But it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be real fun. I hope to bring everybody on this journey with me as well. So thank you to everybody that has supported me, man.
Berto.
Yeah, yeah, no, man. It's gonna be great, man.
But you know what you almost got?
No,
You know
man.
what you almost got for being
Oh,
stubborn?
man. What?
Boom!
Nah, man. I ain't trying to. I ain't trying to flex or that like that. Appreciate everybody with the kind words in the comments.
Hey, look,
man.
God bless you.
You gotta celebrate your wins, man.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be humble, bro. Just trying to be humble, bro.
God bless you.
Ain't
You
nothing
gotta
wrong with that.
sometimes.
You still gotta
You gotta
celebrate.
flip.
Hey, my
Amen.
thing is, y'all
Amen.
get on me when I try to keep everything buried. So no, player.
Oh man, rough around the
Yeah,
edges,
man.
you are, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
but hey, look, it's a blessing, man. Trust me,
Definitely,
it's a blessing.
man.
But
Definitely, man.
yeah, man, y'all know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube. Find me on the NFC Soft Roundtable at 7 p.m. every Tuesday night as I kick it with my compadres about the NFC South Division, do the recap and the preview for the next week. Look, I don't think we're gonna have a show probably for the rest of the year, so we probably won't be back till the final week of the season, but we're gonna put together some content to bring y'all on the NFC South Roundtable. Also catch us every Wednesday night here at 8 p.m. and we give our preview. We don't know what we're gonna do for the Washington game, but I'm gonna try to get some special guests in. We may come on Monday or Tuesday, depending on what the schedule will look like. But I'm gonna try to get some Washington Commanders content creators on so we can talk a little football. But look, we got to go on this stretch run last 3 games. We got a thin window to make the playoffs, so we got to have some help to get there. But hey, God makes everything possible. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I got a quick question to answer, man. I'm in Raw. Do you have to stop doing this show, Berto? I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna conflict with this show at all. Berto, what's in that cup, Hennessy?
Yeah, partying, baby.
Oh, man, those are Friday night tips. This is just basic H2O. That's all it is. Keeping it book, man.
Y'all know he lying, right?
No, it is.
See, look, the screen go up.
Yeah, I know. Why the hell did that go blurry? Shit, that's drunker than I am.
Damn screen getting drunk. Hey, that's what you
man. Oh,
Screen,
man.
know you capping, man. Screen, like,
hold
yeah,
up,
okay.
now.
I'm
Hold
just
up,
gonna
now.
make
Hold up,
go
Desmond
busy.
Madden. You be nice, goddammit.
Hey, that's Desmond, man. He NFC South Roundtable, man.
Nah, that's cool, man. We
all
appreciate you coming through, man.
Yikes!
All love for sure. But all right, man, that's gonna conclude the show, man. Appreciate
Hold
it.
on.
Appreciate everybody coming through. Oh, yeah, that's right, Chris. Yeah, my bad.
In a piece. You tripping.
That's right. Chris, take us away. Come on, man.
Oh Lord. Okay. All right. Y'all bow y'all heads. Now I'm just playing. Hey man, you already know, man. A1 Forever Sports. That's the platform on YouTube, man. Please come over, like, comment, subscribe, man. We just got over the 4,100 mark. Still, you know what I'm saying, running, chugging, you know what I'm trying to build content and build this channel best we can over here. Also TikTok, the real A1 Forever, Instagram and Twitter, A1 Forever. Please come on over again. You know, so have a football, basketball, baseball conversation. Got some things in the works going on myself. Hopefully everything will be finalized here soon, and I'll be able to share with everyone else as well. But outside of that, man, you know, if you want to looking for Hawks content, you're looking for Braves content as well, then please just come over to A1 Forever Sports. You know what I'm saying? You'll probably see Smitty over there. You may see Bird over there every now and then too, man. Just all depends on the subject.
Yes, sir.
So thank you guys, man. Appreciate y'all. And of course, just like they were saying, find your peace today. Positive energy. Always create elevation, and that's how you find your inner peace.
You found your peace in Vegas, didn't you?
I find my peace every single day, bro. Okay, every single day. I make sure I find my positive energy. That's always gonna create the elevation.
Oh, man.
He's stumbling over his words, man.
I don't know what's going on.
I hope to see Miss Francis on Sunday. She's been an amazing supporter, man, doing my live play-by-play stream. Thank you so much, Miss Francis. I love
Shout
it,
out
man.
to them Falcons fans in Vegas, man. We made that trip out there, like Rise Up tour, but it was a lot of Falcons fans out there, just period. Like it was really Los Atlanta, Houston, you know what I'm saying, for real. Atlanta, Vegas. We took over, we showed up, we showed out, we got the win. Hopefully everybody got back safely. Hey man, shout out to Atlanta Falcons fans. We are a team that will travel too, man. So
shout out Jack Spade, man, for doing this thing with the Rise Up tour, man.
Yes, sir, man. I have lots of fun with those guys out there.
August forever. What's happening?
Don't take us out, man. You know how we do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. So for Chris and Smitty, I'm your boy Berto, host of the 95 North Falcons Talk Show and your host for the 95 North Sports Machine. We will be back Sunday afternoon post game. I'll be on Bleacher for a few minutes giving my post game analysis, and shortly after we'll be joining these two fellas here to break down Michael Penix's debut for these Atlanta Falcons. Go ahead, Smith.
So y'all come through, man, with those questions in the chat. We're going to let y'all through for a couple of minutes. So y'all come through, talk to us, chill, and run those numbers up, man. We did great with the Minnesota live. Me and Chris with the live stream during the game. So, look, we may do it again this week. We don't know. We just have to see how it goes. But thank y'all for that, man.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to join the live stream. I'll be down there.
We'll be at the game.
Yeah, I'll be at the game.
We won't do the live stream this week then. So
Chris got that Fox Sports Monday.
No.
Until that, we will see y'all Sunday.
Still in NIL.